How did you become a junior taskmaster, Clementine, aged 5 asks? Well, I did my, training in the adult taskmaster world, as Mike did himself. The call came and I relished the opportunity to be like, you shouldn't do that, 5 points.
They had to make sure that you could do that while sitting in a large chair, didn't they? That was the main test.
They have humiliated me by putting me in the same chair that Greg sits in though, so I look tiny. I look like a borrower. Do children still understand that reference? Probably not. When is the hardest you ever laughed? Reese, age 7.
When I was a 6-week-old baby, I was found laughing in my sleep, uproariously.
Really?
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
I had no idea what I was dreaming about.
Wow.
And it's been downhill ever since. And I'm still trying to chase that dream.
You're chasing
that
dream. I think I'd be scared too, because what else do you have to live for after that? When you've heard the funniest thing, 6 weeks, that would have been terrifying for your parents.
Yeah, I think they thought I was quite ill.
What does it feel like to be under the pressure of Under the pressure
of Greg Davies. From Vincent, age 9.
I don't feel under any pressure because it's taskmaster to taskmaster, you know, there's a mutual respect there. Do you feel like we'll foster a good working relationship? One that's not,
I think so.
built on fear.
It's like if you've spent a very long time in a very strong wind, eventually your hide thickens. You adapt, you learn to do up your jacket, you take measures to adapt to that strong wind. So I think.
Stockholm syndrome, whatever it's called now.
Yeah.
Is Mike even littler than little Alex Horne, June 8?
I am actually, physically.
Are you?
Little Alex Horne's,
pretty tall.
He's actually quite tall.
But I think Mike actually might grow in the next couple of years. So
I'm eating my greens.
Yeah, and we've got quite a elaborate stretching kind of machine.
Which some people are calling a rack, but I don't.
Yeah, they're rebranding it.
Why do I need to go to school? From Leah, aged 4. Crumbs, that's quite early. I mean, Leah presumably has only just started that journey.
It's quite a good question. It's quite an early anti-establishment kind of vibe to Leah.
It is. I mean, if you're asking the question, in a way, that's your own answer right there, isn't it? Leah, it suggests that you don't know what you don't know yet, and therefore it's worth. But I'm quite conventional about this sort of stuff, so I'm probably not going to give you the answer that you want to hear, Leah.
I understand. I feel like emotionally why Leah is feeling like this. I probably felt the same a lot of the time at school. Why do I need to go to school?
All your stuff is at home.
Exactly. But the thing about school is that there are other cool people. And there's stationery. There's so much cool stationery. Yeah. There's paper, there's lots of pens and scissors sometimes. And honestly, there's some stuff that you won't see at home.
Yeah. They'll have some good muddy puddles. Check that out, Leah.
Do you like apples? Matilda, age 4.
Big time apple guy, Matilda. Very much so. Currently very much rocking a pink lady.
My friend had a friend who ate a bag of apples a day. Yeah. Caused great problems for his teeth. Apples obviously being quite acidic. 1's great, 2, fine. A bag, too much. So acidic that apparently the drips from the apples burnt a hole in the carpet below his desk. That is a true story.
Cautionary tale for you there, Matilda.
An apple a day keeps the doctor away. A bag of apples.
It invites the upholsterer/carpet layer.
Less catchy,
as
that
they
one.
say.
Yeah,
yes.
Less catchy. Why do I have 2 Auntie Sarahs? Alice, aged 4, asks. Why do I have 2 Auntie Sarahs? It's a great question.
It suggests either one set of grandparents had a real failure of imagination when it came to naming their daughters. Mm-hmm. It's possible, of course, that they are from different lines of the family tree, or that it's the miscellaneous middle-aged lady in your life, let's call them an auntie, even if you're auntie or not.
It's true.
I would interrogate these Sarahs and first of all work out whether or not these are bona fide aunties.
You want to do a background check on somebody?
Do a background check. You should also check, have a look at their CV. Maybe they're on LinkedIn. They might also be claiming they've got degrees that they don't have, PhDs and so on, or that they have read more of the classics than they really have.
If you've been affected by an Auntie Sarah in your life, you should really reach out.
Scrutinise that Auntie Sarah.
Is there a fish poster in the shed? Nellie, aged 9.5. Now, I don't appreciate this, actually. because how it's been written is a bit of a joke about my accent and a bit of a deep cut in terms of.
Do you think? Because she's written Shed SHID.
This is how the internet. This is how the internet humiliates me in a way.
They do that, do
They call it. That's what they call it because of the way in which I pronounce the word shed. To be honest, I think it's become a term of endearment for the shed, and I'm really happy with that, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It does suggest Nellie has watched the adult version of Taskmaster, which
she would have been discussing the aforementioned structure quite a few times.
Exactly. I've seen one in there. I've seen a sneaky fish poster in the shed.
Yeah. But it's how you use the fish poster. That's what counts.
It's true.
In life, generally speaking.
So true.
So many people just ignore it, take it for granted. I think Nellie's going to go far because she's already interested in whether it's there in the first place.
I think Nellie is going to get all the way to 10.
Yeah.
9.5. You'll be at 10 in no time.
Yeah.
Well, in probably less than a year.
Ish. Yeah.
Why does this guy have such a beautiful moustache? That is from Maria, who is 7 years old.
Okay. Thank you, Maria. I'm glad you asked that. It's sort of pivotal to my face. I'm missing a large chunk of mid-face. It's not really there. So it needs to sort of fill out the gap.
What do you mean? There's a hole there.
Not so much a hole as just not enough face, really, is what I've been told.
Not enough face?
Not enough face.
So you've added more volume to it.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could add volume to a face.
I added volume to my mid-face.
Did you first grow it?
When did I first grow it? I was probably no more than, Maria's age, really. Seven and a half, that kind of thing. Just one of those moments where you sneeze and you're mucking about as a kid and you squeeze your nostrils shut and then the pressure just out it came. And it's been very, very difficult to get rid of ever since. I have tried, but if I shave it off, basically it just chases me around all day. And it's always got more stamina, it's always faster, it will track me down, and then it's back on my face by the end of the day.
There's such a specific nature to this question of why does this guy have such a beautiful moustache?
Oh, that's contrast. that's in contrast to the rest of me. So the moustache on its own would just be, just a quotidian day-to-day standard. You wouldn't give it a second look if it passed you in the street floating in midair. No. But because it's surrounded by this, then it looks absolutely gorgeous.
I would argue I would have a second glance at a moustache floating in midair walking down the street. Okay, yes. That would be a bit of an odd occurrence. A ghost with a moustache?
Yeah.
Strange.
Yeah. I'm also now.
For more Taskmaster, subscribe now.